Want to say anything to Yonsei?
치킨.
Hey guys, I'm here in front of the famous gate of Goryeo Korea University, one of the prestigious free universities here in Korea. I believe Seoul Daehakyo is number 1, and Yonsei and Goryeo are competing for place number 2. So their nickname is the Anam Tigers because this university is located in the neighborhood Anam-dong, and that's the neighborhood we're going to explore today. But let's go.
I'm on an exciting mission to explore all neighborhoods of Seoul. I've already done more than 20, and today it's Anam's turn. So join me on an epic journey as we embark on my first ever Sky University campus tour. Who knows what we will discover along the way? Will we stumble upon the future students of Korea University? Or will they choose the esteemed Yonsei University?
Are you Goryeo University student?
No.
No? What are you doing here?
Visit.
Visit?
Yeah.
You want to go to this university?
Yeah.
Are you that smart?
No.
Our middle school coming here, and our class coming
Rio.
Do you want to study here at this university?
Yeah!
Why? Why not Yonsei?
I want Yonsei.
Which one is better, Yonsei or Goryeo?
Yonsei.
Yonsei is better? Goryeo?
Yonsei.
So why is Yonsei better?
Because Yonsei is
Yonsei is a bread, you know?
Uh-huh.
Milk and bread.
Look at that. Oh, hi. Good to see you.
I am thrilled to introduce you to Jack Greenberg, a highly respected scholar at Korea University. He will be our guide for the day.
Bye guys. Bye. Have fun today.
We will begin our tour at the magnificent main administration building, constructed in 1934. The expansion of this university has been no easy task, to say the least.
Before Korea University was established, it was called Bosun College, and it went through a number of different leaders. Because of the tumult politically, founder of Bosun College was forced out. He was leading independence activities, and then you had the leader of the Chondogyo religion heading the school. But then it got put in the hands of this Kim Song-soo, who was the second vice president of Korea. He founded the Ilbo newspaper.
It is an impressive building.
It's actually based off of Duke University.
Another architectural beauty is the Central Library, constructed in 1935. It was built to celebrate the 30th anniversary. The interior is definitely worth a quick glimpse.
When you go to Yonsei, tell them that Korea University is better.
So what's going on with the competition between Yonsei? Why? Are you like being pulled into that competition as well?
We do.
So you're allowed to say anything good about Yonsei?
So I would be considered a traitor. No, actually it's fine.
White building here is the Asiatic Research Institute. First research institute focused on East Asia in Korea. They have a fairly interesting collection. Old newspapers, magazines, Newsweek magazines. I was interested in what was the coverage like of Park Chung-hee passed away and was assassinated. See on the cover, Park Chung-hee shot. You open up page 10, no page 10.
Censorship.
Right? Any foreign magazines like Time, Newsweek coming into Korea at that time were censored. They'd have a whole cut in the middle.
I find it intriguing to discover stories and interesting facts like this tucked away in the neighborhood. Each building holds its own secrets, and you never know what you might discover or hear. Let's move on to the next tale on this beautiful campus.
Even here on a Sunday night and during the week, it's pretty quiet.
I remember different times in my university period.
I was going through the Korea Times earlier this morning, and it was, I think, 1989. There was a campaign by Korea University students against luxurious pubs in the neighborhood of the campus because it disrupted the academic atmosphere.
No way.
Yeah, and apparently this spread to Ide and Yonsei. Yeah, it originated at Goryeo.
Oh, wow. That's like the opposite you would expect from a student demonstration.
Exactly. In here, this is a monument for 1960 revolution, the April Revolution. Again, Syngman-ri, Korea University, was a hotbed of pro-democratic dissent. Anam intersection, lots of stones being hurled and fights between students and police officers. It was quite deadly.
I wasn't anticipating the university to be so politically active, but it makes the campus even more fascinating. And it seems that not much has changed over time. Take a look at this message board filled with opinions on current issues. If you want to stay informed on what's happening in Korea, this is the place to come.
Give me a hug, man. What do you think of Yonsei? Yeah.
I've never heard of
Yonsei 대학교.
Yonsei. I've never heard of it.
You never heard of it? Doesn't exist, right, Yonsei?
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, one more hug.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Hyushik.
Hyushik.
Yes.
Okay, so people, if you come here, give Hyushik a warm hug.
Expect free hug.
Free hugs.
It may look like a typical campus tour, but let me show you something. Anam-dong is divided into 5 sections: Anam-ilga, Iga, Samga, Saga, and Oga. The largest section, taking up most of Anam-dong's space, is basically the entire campus, with the exception of 2 temples we will visit later, and the drinking street, or Tree of Life as I like to call it.
It's interesting, like reading through the newspapers, most of the stories about Anam-dong in the Korea Times are about student protests, these temples, or various crimes. There were some interesting ones. A number of prisoners escaped while being transported out to the provinces. And I think there was 7 prisoners. This was in the late 80s.
Oh, wow.
And they came to Anam-dong and held a number of families hostage in their homes. A number of murders and things like that. Bodies being found in the stream. Back then, fairly gritty.
So here we are at the temple.
Yeah, this is Yonsei.
It's such a weird...
It's weird, right? You have a GS25, you have a little mart, and then you have the pochas down the side streets, and then you have Yonsei here. Or for example, sculpture.
Finding a temple at the end of Annam's bustling drinking street may appear unusual, yet it holds a unique appeal. The temple, which was an active participant in protests during the 70s and 80s, adds to the character of Anam-dong. And did I mention that there's a fantastic view of the university from here?
There's a nice view from up here.
Yeah, and you can see the
Lotte
Tower.
But there's something else that captured my interest even more. Nearby Yonsei is the temple of Bodhasa, with a well-preserved stone-carved Buddha.
Oh, here it is.
The carving really good on this one. Very prominent features, nicely defined. So this style is representative of kind of between end of the Goryeo, beginning of the Joseon period.
Yeah,
So
that's...
the year of this is not known, but I believe this is treasure 1828.
Have you noticed the long-standing rivalry between Korea and Yonsei? While Yonsei students may refer to it as the Yonsei-Korea rivalry, it is often referred to as the Tigers versus the Eagles. We're talking sports. This competition dates back to the time of the Japanese occupation, and I feel like this is the last thing I must understand to complete Anam-dong. So what do Korean students have to say about this rivalry?
Wow.
The thing is, like, it's the first Korean John since the Corona.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of students.
Uh-huh.
Even like the first year student, the second year student, they've never done it. So that was their first time too. So it was crazy.
Want to say anything to Yonsei?
치킨.
Thanks.
Well, when you go to Yonsei, tell them that Korea University is better.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's all. Nothing more. Nothing more I have to add. Just kidding.
So what do I risk if I say that?
Your life, your dignity.
Okay, my life? They're not going to stab me, right? With some chicken knives.
I love the rivalry and I can't wait to explore Yonsei's neighborhood after this. Although Anam is more than just a campus, it appears to primarily serve as the playground for the Anam Tigers of Korea University. See you in the next neighborhood. Welcome to my dong.
Subscribe to Bart if you haven't already. You know, some great content. Love his videos.
She didn't know my channel before we met, so
No, I did not.
thanks for the promotion.
No, I just-